Hello everybody, this is a quick guide on the Treasures of Eversong achievement. So the first one we're going to go after is the Signet Ring, which will be in the East Sanctum, which is to the right of Fairbreeze Village. Right there on the map. And it took me a minute to figure this out, but it actually is right down there on the table to the left, right when you walk in. Right there. Alright, and the next one is the Burbling Paint Pot, which is in the Solar Sunbath below Tranquillian? Solarian Sunbath right below Tranquillian, which I should show on the map right there. And it'll be right next to that easel. And in order to activate it, you'll need to jump into the water, which will reward you with a pet called Dolly. And he's actually kind of cool because as he runs around, the ground below him changes color. So it'll go from red to black to blue, and there's even kind of a rainbow color that comes out of him. Alright, the next one is the Forgotten Ink and Quill, which is in the Sanctum of the Moon to the left of Tranquillian. And you can use this orb, or I think you have to use this orb actually, and you want to go up to the second level, and the ink and quill should be right there on the bookshelf. And this will reward you with a housing item, which I'll show. And the next one is the Stone Vat at the Golden Mist Village. It's up on a floating platform, and this was my personal favorite. I really liked the housing item from this. So once you find that platform with the vat, kind of the central one, upon reading it, you'll see that you need to pick 10 grapes from these vines that are right next to it. You'll then throw them in the vat, and then you'll need to jump into the vat and run around to crush up the grapes. And then this NPC will prompt you to put in instant yeast, which you'll have to run over to another NPC and buy the instant yeast item that we need, and she will be right here. And upon throwing in the instant yeast, you should get that part of the achievement as well as the item. And then this next one is the Forgotten Farstrider Quiver, which will be right below Suncrown Village at the bottom of that lake. And it'll be right along the path next to this tree, laying up against this boulder. And that's that one. And this next one is a little bit longer to do. I didn't get a good shot of the map, admittedly, for this one, but once you get to Windrunner Village, this wagon is pretty hard to miss. You will see it off to the side at some point, and you'll need to pick up that burning torch right there, and then go ahead and run over to the right, way out past this lamp. And the point of the torch is it allows us to see the keys. So the first one will be right there on the ground. And then for the next one, you'll want to run over to where the paths meet up and kind of create a circle or almost like a figure eight. Because I don't have super good views of the map, that's the best way I can describe it, as it kind of looks like the roads meet up in a circle figure. And look for this really big tree. It's a tree with a big stump on it. And it's fairly close by to where the buildings are, and that key will be right there. I slowed down the map right here so you can kind of get an idea. And then the last one will be over by this staircase. Right there in the grass. And upon getting that third one, we can run back over to the wagon. And now you should be able to unlock it. Alright, this next one I also didn't get super great map views of, so I kind of gave you a little bit of showing you what I was doing so you can get an idea of where I was. But we're in Fairbreeze Village, kind of central Fairbreeze Village, and we're going after the Gilded Armillary Sphere, and it's up in this floating gazebo looking thing, and you just go up to the top, and it's right there just sitting in the middle. Alright, the next one is the Rookery Catch. We're going to be in Silvermoon, off to the left in Falconwing Square, also up on a floating platform for this one, and I'll kind of show you where I was-ish. And then in order to get this chest open, we need to get the keys from the mischievous chick. In order to do that, we'll need an item from the NPC just right over here. And I had a little bit of a technical issue with this one. After I bought that item that you need, I targeted the chick and then tried to use the item, but nothing was happening. And I tried that repeatedly, and nothing was changing. So it was almost like the interaction wasn't working, so I tried logging out, which you'll see in a moment, and logging back in. And upon logging back in, the interaction did show up. So if you have a similar issue, try logging out and logging back in, and as you can see, the interaction is right there now. You'll then need to click on the keys that the chick will drop. They should be right in front of you. And once you pick up those keys, you should be able to open that chest up, and you'll get a pet reward, a non-battle pet reward from this treasure. The last one is the Gift of the Phoenix, which is on Sunstrider Isle, just to the upper left of Silvermoon City, and will be over at a fountain right there.
And what you'll want to do is click on this little vessel right in the middle here. And once you pick that up, you're going to want to follow these little phoenixes that are flying around, and you want to catch their embers as they fall. You'll need 5 stacks of these, which it took me a moment to realize that I only needed 5. But once you have those 5 stacks, you can run back over to the platform that we started on, set that vessel down, and the treasure should pop. From this treasure, you should get Soot Paw as well as the full achievement of the treasures of the Eversong Woods. And that's that. I hope you found this helpful, and if you'd like to see more like it, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.